Hi everybody, we're having technical difficulties with YouTube. They won't let us stream vertically the way we normally do.
That's going to blow the rewatching too, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Happy, joy.
Yeah,
Welcome to our world.
Fits with the week we're having. So
Yeah.
let me just keep pushing it back so maybe we can both fit in.
The next time you push it back, it's going off
I
the
know.
edge.
I'm watching.
All you're going to see is like it twisting up, and you'll see the ceiling fan spinning endlessly. Okay, so welcome. Hello, and welcome to Toad TV. I am Mary Beth.
I'm Helen.
We are the creative handsome minds behind Toad Hollow, and today we are kind of squishy, but that's okay.
It's good because it's not like it's hot or anything.
Right. So how's everybody doing? Everybody good? Having a good week? Our week has been
not good.
Interesting, to say the least. Oh my gosh, it's been a week. It's definitely been a week. Excuse me. Anyway, let's see.
People are saying hi.
Oh, okay. All right. Where do we start? Well, we were gonna podcast on Tuesday. It's very, very hot. Very humid.
It's been very, very hot, and we were thinking about adding some stand-up air conditioners to the house, but you can't do that until we add some standalone outlets for them. So we had an electrician come in to give us a price for that.
So he came on Tuesday, and it's a service that we have that does both electric and plumbing. So he was well versed in both electric and the plumbing. So as he was downstairs in the basement looking for things to see where he was going to put the fuses, he noticed that probably a third of the pipes in the basement are made of brass, and they're original to the house. Well, not original to the house because originally the house didn't have plumbing, but original to when they first put in the plumbing. He said probably in the 1910s, 1920s. And they have been slowly but surely eroding away. So now they are weeping and they have corrosion all around them. And we need to replace all the brass piping in the basement. Which means that the air conditioning is being put on hold because you cannot do both.
Yes.
Or we cannot do both. So right now,
Since the pipes are way more than a couple plugs.
yeah, it we have an appointment for next week. They're going to come and take a couple of days and take out all the brass pipes and replace them with Plex. Is that it?
I don't know.
It's like PVC piping.
I saw dollar signs and I just stopped listening to them.
She just stopped listening. But also the dishwasher is leaking, so we can't use the dishwasher until we figure out what's wrong with that.
That was all part of his inspection.
Yeah, it's just, he said, I hate being the bearer of bad news.
Well, you could stop anytime.
Let me tell you, bub, you're just having a ball. So yeah, so that is our sad tale of woe. We have to replace all the piping. Well, not all of it, probably about a third of the pipes down there. I said, any chance any of them are not being used? Because he said that there was copper piping running alongside it, so it might be that they were dead pipes. Nope, all being used. So there we are.
I don't know. YouTube's just not even doing anything.
Okay. All right.
So we're gonna have to read the screen.
Okay.
Marcia, it is a money pit. And it's just, this week has just been one thing after another.
Yeah.
We dyed yarn this week, and we only dyed like the bare minimum of what we needed for orders because it's just too hot.
Yeah.
And thank God, because then on yesterday, I was washing the yarn, and then game changer as far as us for yarn dyeing was getting this spinner, the portable dryer that spins the yarn for us. It allows us to not drip all over the floor and be dry much, much faster.
Right.
So I put the first load in the spinner yesterday and nothing. the motor went, but the spinning didn't work.
Spinner did not.
And so we can't get a new spinner until next week. So I had to hand wring the yarn and just hang it up, and hopefully it'll dry sometime in this century.
Yeah. It actually is a lot drier than I would expect it to be. It is drying faster than I expected. So
Yeah.
fingers
It's just-
crossed it will be going out on Monday as it usually does. I think that should be plenty of time.
Yeah.
But it's just been a week full of little nudges, you know.
Yeah. Yesterday we got a break in the humidity, thank God. It's a little more humid but less hot today.
Yeah.
And tomorrow I think is supposed to be the more of the same today, and then we're going back into a heat wave. Just
For the beginning of next week. I think it's through Wednesday,
I
and then
hate this month.
yeah. Hopefully it will get better. It's just it's very, very hot and humid, and you do anything and you're just absolutely dripping. So we have fans stashed all over the place, and you walk through and stand in front of a fan for a few minutes and then keep going with your day. So we try and get our walks in the very, very early morning and at night, so that we are able to do it also, without killing ourselves and also the dogs, because we were reading about heat stroke and that sort of thing with the dogs too. So
Sorry, I'm trying to find the video so I can have it up on my screen and read the comments without doing this. Laura says it's the worst. She needs foundation work and she's scared to see that bill.
oh yeah, I don't want.
No, please. Janet says repairs when it rains, it pours. Yes, this is very true.
And it is going to start pouring in the basement fairly soon if we don't do it, because these pipes are on their last legs. However, it should, once we put them in, it should be good for a while. But yeah, it's been one of those weeks where you just nothing is working the way it's supposed to, and things take much longer because you've got heat brain and everything, you know. On Tuesday, I'm going to be talking about my shawl, but got through the one section and now I had to take out the next color because it just, everything was wrong. So it's been one of those things where and half the time you don't even want to touch the yarn because it just sticks to you.
Yeah.
It's, ugh, I hate the humidity. What, now you can't open it up? Really? Really, YouTube? Honestly?
Yeah,
I
we'll
give up.
just squint.
Okay. I give up, YouTube.
Oh, Erin says we have a chat troll. I missed that. They must have held it. Okay.
Okay.
But Erin Darcy says her shawl is in timeout right now.
Yes. Mine, I took it out last night and started working on it a little bit more, and we'll see. But I'm getting very frustrated with it. It's not the pattern, and it's not the design, because it's beautiful. It's me. I keep making stupid mistakes, and it's just, I can't do it.
Yeah.
So, but we shall see. We shall see.
Don't look that way. Look this way.
Okay. Sorry.
It's okay.
There's somebody saying that I keep looking off to the wrong
No,
side.
no, I'm watching you disappear.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Okay. So Carla says he was a mindless jerk. We didn't miss anything. Marcia says she just had a new water heater put in with a doodad on top that looks like something out of Moonshiners.
Yeah, we had that done last year.
Yeah, the water heater was last year.
And they were telling us it's to filter the stuff that comes in from the town's water. It filters it out before it gets into the water heater. I'm pretty sure that's what it was for. But yeah, no, the water heater was last year.
Yeah.
It's just, it is a money pit. It's one thing after another. So, but you know what?
It's
You deal with it.
It's part of life.
Yep, you just deal with it. So,
It's humid in the Netherlands, but that's because of the rain.
okay.
Laura says, funny, you guys encouraged me to knit a sweater. My first sweater was the love note, but too big. So she's literally watching now and frogging.
Oh, okay. Oh, God. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That is so
I mean,
frustrating.
that's part of sweater knitting is learning how, it's one of the things is getting your fit right, and it takes
Right.
a couple goes.
I will tell you that my best fitting sweaters have been where I measured everything that they gave me a measurement for, and I changed sizes where I needed to. So, like, my arms were one size, my torso, my chest, my bust was another, underneath my bust was another, and my hips, I got birth in hips. So my hips were a third, like a fifth or whatever, how many different.
It's too bad you let them go to waste.
I know, really. And then I changed sizes for each one. So if it said that, like, my bust was one size and then underneath my bust was another size and I had to add stitches in, I added them over a row so that I spaced them out so it wasn't like one side got a lump. Because I had them all there, but then I added it and then I decreased it for other things, and I was very, very conscious of it, and the sweater fits perfectly.
To
It
me,
really
that's a
does.
sign of a really, really good pattern too, is if they give you, and you unfortunately don't know until you buy the pattern, but if they give you the schematic with all the measurements.
Right.
And you know, if you have your, arm is 13 inches or whatever, you're gonna knit this size for your arm.
Right.
And those are the best sweater patterns.
And this comes from knitting more than one sweater, because as you knit the sweaters, it becomes, you get onto this,
Right.
and you start paying attention to it. I'm pretty sure Tin Can Knits has all the schematics
I
because
would
they're
think so, yeah.
good
Yeah.
about their sweater patterns. So that, but again, it's something that you do. You learn to do. My first sweater barely fit. It was so tight. I don't wear it. I never do.
Mine, I knit it out of cotton yarn. And I had multiple dye lots because I didn't know
There's so
anything
many-
about dye lots. It
there's
was
like
just
16
well, it
different
was,
colors of red.
I could afford to buy the yarn as I went,
Right,
kind of thing. So,
right.
and it was yarn. It was Joann's,
Yeah, it was
You know,
Joann's or
the-
Michael's or something.
Whatever. But I would go and I would buy 2 skeins, knit those, and then I would go buy 2 skeins. So it was several different shades of red. And my sleeves, when I first put it on, were a little bit long, so I just folded over the cuff. But then once you wash cotton, it gets really heavy. So my sleeves really got to here.
I mean, one of them was practically to
But
your
it was
knees.
just, but that's.
But it's true. You learn these things
Yeah.
as you do them, and sometimes you take out the sweater, and sometimes you put it in a drawer, and you say, "Okay,
Right.
just gonna leave you alone."
I enjoyed knitting you very, very much. Thank
Right.
you. Let's see. Lydia says it's 100% humidity and 98 degrees in South Florida.
Wow.
Just got back from visiting daughter in Michigan where they were having a heat wave of a high of 82 and she left.
Seriously, you really have to laugh at some of the temperatures.
Right. Mimi says water heaters are outrageously expensive now.
Yeah, they are.
A lot of this stuff, it's like you need to take out a second mortgage just to pay for it. Cecilia says she needs thumbs. I'm not sure where your thumbs went. NC Austin says she just finished 2 sleeves in Stranded and have ripped both of them out and started over to make a different size. Was in timeout, so it actually feels a-okay to redo now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That actually that's a really good thing. Sometimes you just put it away for a little bit so that
Right.
when it comes back, you're ready to focus and take it on.
It doesn't
And
seem
you
quite
won't-
so daunting or
infuriating, and you just throw it away
Yeah.
or rip it all out completely. Just put it away for a little bit and then take it out when you have.
And that's something else you learn as far as stranded work is that
Yeah.
it knits tighter.
Oh my God.
Because my Starfall sweater that I adore, my cuffs, there's color work at the cuffs and they're just a little tight, so they fit okay at the cuff, but I always scrunch my sweaters up,
Right.
my sleeves up, and I can't
Right.
for that one. Because it's
Also,
too
you
tight.
made a pair of mittens, one of your pairs of mittens, that,
Oh, the elf.
it was too tight.
Yeah, I only got one done,
right.
because it was just child size. Let's see. Erin says 100% cotton is one of she refuses to buy and use. Cotton mixed with other things like linen can be good. Yeah, again,
We had a
I didn't
cotton,
know.
yeah, we had a cotton wool blend that we did,
oh, I love that one.
and the colors come out so pretty. I love
Yeah.
those. But that one knits up beautifully. I have a pair of socks in it that I
Yeah.
absolutely adore. Love
Cotton
them.
yarn is great for dish towels. That's it.
Yes. Dishcloths are perfect.
Yeah. And it's very, having worked with fine yarn, it's really sticky.
Yeah.
So, Susan says she loves her Cromwell sweater that you goaded her into.
Oh,
That's what your potion sweater is. That's Cromwell.
okay. All right.
Yolanda says good morning. 24 there today. Going to the Rocky Mountains for the day tomorrow. Oh, that'll be nice.
Oh, that's nice. That's so cool.
And then 24 Celsius. I don't know what that translates to.
Hold on.
I think hot. Laura tried stranded colorwork socks and she couldn't get them on. There is someone, I don't know her name, but I follow her on Instagram. She makes the greatest colorwork socks. And one of the reasons I haven't pulled the trigger on them yet is because I'm worried about the fit and getting it tight, but then also color work for something that nobody gets to see seems a bit of waste.
Oh, well, it's just if you
Yeah.
want, orange pumpkins on your sock.
Yeah.
75.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
That's nice.
That's
we
beautiful.
love.
Yeah.
Actually, that's like perfect weather for us.
Mimi, we are on our phone. We are always on our phone, but usually we can change the orientation of it. But YouTube's being a bit of a jerk today and not allowing us to. So the only way they would let us go live is if we did it at the portrait orientation. So that is
And it's not letting Helen sign in to
read
view
the
it
comments. So I
either.
have to do.
Tried to call me too.
Well, if it's important, they'll leave a message. The last time they did this, everybody lost us when the phone rang. So, are we still here? Can you guys hear us?
Okay. It's Edna.
Sale or debt collection.
Okay.
What do they want to be paid?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I think it's because I actually used it. It's
Okay.
health insurance. Fun times.
Yeah.
Just one more thing. Okay. So,
They're saying they can hear us.
oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Excellent. We
Okay.
didn't go away. All right. Yeah, that happened the last time. All of a sudden we disappeared.
Right.
Froze us up. Okay. So I'm trying to think what else. It's been such a quiet week other than, the house.
Yeah, it's just been, everybody's been existing. And that's
Yeah.
about it.
The guys are asleep here because that's what they're doing. Lots of sleeping.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing lots of sleeping, except at night. We don't sleep at night anymore. That's the thing. Don't do that anymore. But we have been watching Victoria with my mom. That went really well. She is loving that.
Yeah.
Absolutely loving that. I love her dresses. She has really beautiful dresses.
She was wearing a yellowish one yesterday.
With little rosebuds
Yeah,
embroidered on
and
them.
blue,
It's
yeah.
just so pretty. Really, really pretty. So yes, we're about halfway through season 2 right now.
Yeah.
Enjoying that very much. Trying to think what else.
Melanie says her first real sweater, the Celtic cardigan, was 100% cashmere. Wow. When finished, it fit her entire family at once. Poor sucked. She laughed, and a couple years later ripped off the entire thing out and made two. Well, I mean, bang for your buck. You get two
Yeah.
sweaters out of 1 yard sweater
Oh
quantity.
my God. That 100% cashmere.
Maureen is offering us fans. Thank you very much, Maureen. We have fans set up all over the place. Amazon delivers us a fan a day practically.
Right.
And for the most part, if we can get ourselves in front of a fan, it's not terrible. The sleeping at night is a problem.
Right.
And working. And if you can just sit like a slug in front of a fan all day.
This is when we're convincing ourselves that cross-stitching and knitting, anything that's stuff for the podcast, counts as working. If I can sit and read my book and be able to talk about it on the podcast, this is all content. So this is work. So I should be able to sit and read my book.
Oh, Spiderfish wants to know if we had a good 4th of July break.
Yes, we had.
It was a very quiet one.
Yes, it was very quiet. We didn't do anything. The 4th of July was kind of rough on the guys because around here they started fireworks at 5 o'clock on the 4th and did not stop. It was constant booming until 12:30.
Yeah, the rain didn't stop them. The daylight didn't stop them. It was just boom, 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 boom all day, all night long.
And it was all around. I don't think it was one particular thing that just kept going. It was different ones that were overlapping, and then we had a couple of people around us that were setting off fireworks, so those were really, really loud.
Yeah.
Poor Hugo spent the entire time between our legs or underneath the desk just shivering. The poor boy does not do well with any kind of loud noise like that, so he had a rough night. But other than that, it was just, we watched 1776 and all three of us have the songs going through our head constantly now. Cannot get it out of our heads. But we watched that, and that was pretty much it. It was just a nice quiet. And then on Friday, I think we just, relaxed.
Again, it was just, I hate to keep harping on the heat.
But it's one of those things where we didn't do anything specific, so
yeah,
it was just a day.
Laura says, question, as she frogs her sweater and balls the yarn, next I need to put on the Swift to make a skein and then wash and reball. Can I skip that step? What is everyone's experience? I never rewash. I wind it into a ball and just start up. I don't even bother re-skeiming it.
Yeah, no, we just put it into a ball and wait till you use it the next time.
I figure whatever washing and everything is coming when I block it.
Right.
When I'm done.
Yeah, so...
And I've never had it where the yarn is distorted or anything like that.
It's kind of bumpy, but other than that...
Yeah.
Yeah, I just go through and knit
but
back in.
It all washes out with the blocking, the whatever bumpy...
I never see
there's no like size or distortion or anything.
Right, and I never see a difference. Like I don't see the bumps as after I've knitted again. It's always fine. So.
Erin says put damp towels over the fans. Yes, we've done that. So, thank you. And. Okay, I don't know what that is.
Maybe that's the troll.
Yeah. Do we have a Guyat?
Again? Don't know.
Don't know what that is. Okay. Laura Carla says she's rewashed and the yarn goes mostly back to the original shape. The yarn I didn't wash was like ramen noodles.
Yeah, it is kind of like ramen noodles. I just knit with it.
Yeah.
I just go with it.
She says better to rewash.
Okay.
Spider's Fish, they had a neighbor who started on the 3rd and every night through Sunday.
Oh.
Yeah. And she said most of what they were setting off was illegal in Maryland.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah. Aaron says someone needs to open up a window. We've been screaming that.
Yes. People either are absolute jerks or they don't have dogs.
Yeah.
Also, I've seen that a lot of times it affects veterans as well, you know, and it's just,
It's a thing you do. I hate to be, grouchy
Right.
about it, and taking away people's fun. But, my dog comes first.
always. However, I mean, it's not as bad as the last year we were at the beach. They were setting it off on the corner right
Right.
outside our house. And when we were in Keyport, the people across the street were setting them off. And that
Yeah.
was really bad for the guys. This one, they weren't on top of us. There were a couple that were like a couple of houses away. And it was...
And that was actually, the one in Keyport was, we were at trivia.
No, they did it the next night too because we were
Because
there.
they set them off. My dog barked with the windows open, and then they called the cops because my dogs were barking, and the cops called us. And we're like, and he's like, I'm standing on your porch and your dog is barking like crazy. I'm like, well, he's kind of doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, that's
know,
his job.
Protecting the realm from the strange man on the porch.
Right.
He does not recognize police uniforms. And also to call the police on my dogs on the 4th of July because somebody's setting off fireworks. This is stupid.
That was crazy behind us. She was just crazy pants.
Okay, we really have trolls today.
Okay.
Can you read that one? I'm not going to read it out loud.
Okay. Wow. And you can't even go in and block them.
Well, I can view the message. It's held for review. So.
No, but you can't go in and block the
Yeah,
things.
no, I don't think so.
All right.
Sorry, guys. This is just a shit show. Kimberly says the fun that she's working on right now is the summer vibe top. If anyone is interested, she's using cotton merino type of yarn, very easy and lightweight for the summer. Well, that sounds fun.
Okay.
Marybe's going to look it up.
I'm going to look it up.
Does this mean we've made it as far as YouTube is concerned? Because
Kimberly, is it by Trini Burleson? Does it look like that? Lots of different colors? Because that does look like lots of fun.
I'm wondering if we're getting a lot of trolls because we're this way. And they don't normally put us out there because we go vertical. Because they always tell me not to go vertical. Marianne says Sky, her dog says right on, Helen.
Why would but if you don't go vertical, or they tell you not to go vertical?
No, they say they want lives to be
Vertical.
horizontal, like we're
To be-
doing, to be portrait, rather than landscape.
Okay, but then it shows up for reruns,
Like in it
rewatches with the black on
yeah,
the sides. I don't understand
I don't
that.
understand YouTube, and I think it's stupid.
Okay. Anyway.
Oh, Starfish Spiderfish says once or twice they've knitted a new item as they unravel the old one.
I've seen people do that.
Yeah,
I've seen people do that, and it's saving you a step.
yeah.
You know, you don't have to undo it.
Oh, Kimberly's blocked some of them. Thank you very much. This is just. Sorry, guys. Trying to get through it all. Yes, that is the sweater,
Okay.
and it's all knitting.
Okay. All right. So it is the Summer Vibe Top by Trine. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's Trine Bertelson, and it looks like that. Great way to use up minis.
Yeah, that would be really fun in
The beachcomber set.
The beachcomber, yeah.
That would be really pretty. It's sleeveless, so you don't have to worry about your sleeves.
Right. Sharon says if the trolls are here, we must be popping up in the algorithm. Yeah, I don't know why today.
Perfect. Pick the one day
Right.
that it's a, this is not our best work.
No.
I'm just going to say it.
I don't-
I'm very
yeah, that's
sorry.
just-
It's not our best work. I'm going to get us off track and go on to something else. I just finished, I think, my third 5-star read for the year, which kind of surprised me. I didn't expect it to be as much. But I finished The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer. It's a book that we got from Book of the Month Club. And it's about a woman who is in California, and she is trying to adopt a little boy out of the foster care system. And her favorite author when she was a child, he wrote a ton of books all about Clock Island, and he lives on his own Clock Island, the author, and he has not written a new book in 6 years. And he has decided that he is going to write a new book, and he invites a certain number of people to the island, and if they can solve his puzzles and his riddles, the person with the most points will win the book. And there will only be one copy of it, so they will be able to sell it to the publishers and get tons of money for it. And she is desperate to win it because in order to adopt this little boy, she's got to have a good apartment and a car and that kind of thing, and she works as an aide to a kindergarten classroom, so she's not making nearly enough money, but she doesn't want to get a second job because she wants to be able to take that time and spend it with him, because he's had a really rough start to his life. And it's just, I loved it. I loved the characters. I loved Clock Island. I thought it was fascinating. I really did. It was my kind of thing. It's the kind of book that I would have loved to have read when I was that age, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
And the whole thing,
It's
really,
such a great
really
idea,
enjoyed it.
going and solving the puzzles and getting
Yes.
the book. Yeah.
It was really, really a great, great book. I really, really enjoyed it. So, The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer. And we just got her latest book in this month's Book of the Month Club. And that one is called, hold on. That one is Lost Story. It's called The Lost Story, and it is a fairy tale for adults filled with unicorns and hidden kingdoms, and it will enchant you with a fable about second chances. So
That sounds fun.
it does. As boys, best friends Jeremy Cox and Rafe Howell went missing in a vast West Virginia state forest, only to mysteriously reappear 6 months later with no explanation for where they'd gone or how they survived. 15 years after their miraculous homecoming, Rafe is a reclusive artist who still bears scars inside and out, but has no memory of what happened during those months. Meanwhile, Jeremy has become a famed missing persons investigator. With his uncanny abilities, he is the one person who can help vet tech Emily Wendell find her sister, who vanished in the very same forest as Rafe and Jeremy. So it's children disappear in a forest and come back 6 months later.
Cool.
It's good. No, don't know this.
Narnia-ish.
It sounds really good. I haven't read it yet, but it sounds really good. So I'm excited to read that.
Okay, back to the subject of washing your yarn when you frog it. Laura says people use sock blanks to knit, and they don't, those are like ramen noodles too, which is
Right.
perfectly true. T. Grabowski is late. She had to take her dog to the spa to get her nails clipped.
Oh, how very nice for your dog.
Yeah, Hugo's got to go to the spa soon to get shaved a little bit on his
hot spots.
hot spots. Yeah.
The humidity is affecting all of us, and poor Hugo is
Yeah.
chewing a little bit. So
Aaron is on the third on the last third of The Witch's Daughter, and it's so good. I remember that one. That was really good. Marianne is reading Minuscule Mansion, and she thinks you'd like it.
That sounds very, very familiar.
Yeah.
Do we have that?
Laura's trying to finish Light from Uncommon Stars, and it's okay. That is one of my favorite books of all time.
Yes, The Light from Uncommon Stars.
And are you physically reading it, or are you listening to it, Laura? Because I did the audible on it, and it's such a great production.
Minuscule Houses, is that what it's called?
Minuscule House?
Minuscule House?
Minuscule Mansion.
Mansion, okay.
And Beach Girl wants to know, Genevieve wants to know what the second book was, The Lost Story
Yes.
by Meg Schaefer. So it's
Yes.
The Lost Story.
The Lost Story. Minuscule Mansion, I am not seeing that. Marianne, who is it by?
The Minuscule Mansion of Myra Malone? Maybe?
Okay.
Is that it, Marianne?
The Minuscule Mansion of Myra Malone, is that it? I am right now reading the Patty Clerico suggested it to us. I'm reading Miss Morgan's Book Brigade about a group of women who went to France after World War II. Pretty sure it's World War II. And helped put some of the outlying villages back together and built them libraries and that kind of thing. And it's very, very good. It's really good.
T. Grabowski says she's reading The Summer Seekers. It's a great read. She recommends it. Melanie Murphy is listening to Tress of the Emerald Sea by
Brandon Sanderson.
and she's struggling with the beginning, but hopefully it gets better as I go. Mary Beth gave that to me as part of BookFent last year, so that's on my list
Oh,
of
yeah.
things to do.
I like Brandon Sanderson. We read one of his series and liked it very much. So he is huge in the fantasy world.
Yeah.
I mean, people adore him.
Laura says, really, everyone said that The Light from Uncommon Stars was great, and she is listening to it. But look,
Okay.
everybody has their own tastes.
Right.
So that's what makes the world so great. Genevieve is reading The Demon of Unrest and says we wouldn't like it. So,
Okay.
Spiderfish just downloaded the Tress of the Emerald Sea.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that one a lot. That's one of his standalone ones. So I'm looking forward to reading that.
And T. Grabowski just read Brandon Sanderson's first book recently. Is that The Way of Kings?
It's either The Way of Kings or the whole series is called The
Okay.
Way of Kings. The ones that we did were the Skyward series, and I love them.
Oh, I thought they were great. Yeah. And I don't normally, I like fantasy, but I don't normally like the sci-fi space stuff type of thing, but those were really good.
Yeah, I like those a lot. So,
And we have Mistborn, I think both a hard copy and on Audible.
yes.
So.
Maybe Mistborn is the first one. I don't know.
Jocelyn says Tress was excellent.
Okay.
Laura says she liked the beginning of The Light from Uncommon Stars. It seems to be dragging right now. She thinks she has 2 hours left.
Okay. All right.
I am in a bit of a reading blah right now.
Yes.
My Entwined, I'm trying to work my way through that.
You should just give up.
I know, but now it's like, is it getting interesting? Should I stay with it?
Okay.
And it's just, I'm in a blah mood. So, when you get in those moods and it's just nothing is good.
Well, I am listening to Hollow Kingdom. Okay. This is told from the viewpoint of a crow. And
Isn't he a foul-mouthed crow?
yes, he is. his owner, because he was raised by a human, Big Jim is his owner, and Big Jim has been affected by some kind of apocalyptic disease that has taken over, and pretty much all the humans are drooling, bumbling idiots that are just clawing at things and that kind of thing. And he has to figure out, he's trying to cure Big Jim and also figure out what is going on all over. And it's told from several different viewpoints. There's one that is a poodle that is just like a prissy little poodle. And then there's one that's told from, I think his name is Genghis Cat or something like that. He's like a killer cat. And it's it is so far out. I mean, it's just way, way out there. It's amusing. And the crow's name is Shit Turd. So they refer to him as ST for short. Excuse me. It's an interesting listen.
Let's see. The first book was Elantris, Brandon Sanderson's first book.
Oh, okay. All right.
Joyce just arrived late. She just finished Legacy by Dr. Blackstone, an autobiography by a young female black, I think you got autocorrect there, black physician, maybe black physician. Gut-wrenching to read how much racism still exists in the medical profession. Yes.
Yeah.
Kimberly says, summer and heat is hard. As someone who's from Arizona, heat is heat. This is true. And I'm not, in Las Vegas where it's 120 degrees on a
Yeah.
regular basis.
That's like The Stand
Yeah.
come to life.
Yeah. Sorry, I have to read the comments first in my head, not out loud. Marbed is listening to The Dragon Oath on YouTube by Megan Linsky.
Okay. The Dragon Oath. I love dragons.
Yolanda is going through her craft books and deciding what to keep and what to donate.
You know what happens when I go through my craft books? I get completely sidetracked from what I'm supposed to be doing and get totally excited about starting all sorts of new crafts that
Right.
never happen.
Except I go buy all the accoutrement for it.
And then I never throw away or get rid of any of the books because I'm like, well, it has this one project that I might want to do. So I love my craft books.
I love looking through craft books. I think that, there's looking through craft books and there's making the stuff from the craft books.
Right.
It's two totally different things. So. Mimi says, what's the name, Mary Beth, of your crow?
Oh, it's The Hollow Kingdom. And it is by Kira Jane Buxton.
Everybody likes ST. They think that's very funny.
Yes, well, he's quite a bird, let me tell you. Quite a bird. I love him. He's really very cool. He has taught himself how to speak. So he calls the dog in Big Jim's voice so that the dog will follow him.
It sounds fascinating.
Yeah, it really. All right. Okay. I think that with all the things that are going wrong with this video, we should probably call it for the day. And we will be back next week, hopefully.
On Tuesday with lots of project updates.
Right.
As Mary Beth mentioned at the beginning, she's got a whole shawl dilemma.
Right.
Well, not dilemma. Saga.
Saga. To go
The
through.
saga of the shawl. See, we've already named the next podcast. I have finished object.
You're probably going to be finished another one before
Yeah.
then. So you've got some stuff to show. Yes. So we'll be able to chat then.
Right.
All right. We hope you guys have a great rest of the weekend.
Yes, stay cool. Enjoy
And-
the summer.
Yes. Hopefully you're going to the cabin or to the beach or
Right.
somewhere fun or a staycation,
Air conditioning.
We are getting lots of ideas by watching travel videos on YouTube. We've been going down a travel
Right.
video bent, so we've been having lots of fun watching that. and seeing all the different places that people go, and then making huge bucket lists.
Yes, yes.
So, anyway, have a great rest of the weekend, and we will see you on Tuesday. Fingers crossed.
Go forth and create.
Bye bye.
Thanks for coming.
Oh yes, thank you so much, and thanks for
Dealing with.
dealing with all this.
Yeah.
All right, bye guys.